So what did the gods do to get demoted? What did you do to get demoted as a god? To be put down into bondage, crucified, tortured, scrutified. What did you do to another god to make him gang up on with the other gods, gang up on you to demote you down here? Some people may think Earth is a punishment. Some people may think Earth is a school of the spirits to learn this and learn that. Or maybe it's a little bit of both. But nonetheless, this shit can get crazy if you don't know what to do and how to do it. You gotta learn how to control your mind, control your feelings to make it beneficial to you. Since we entered institutionalized education, we have been taught that everything we need is on the outside and not on the inside. And because of this, we have been chasing a lot of things. Chasing money, chasing love, chasing pleasure. Do you think planet Earth looks for stuff outside itself to sustain itself? No. Earth has everything she needs. And if Earth did not have everything she needs, it wouldn't be. So do you think you not have everything you have that you need to sustain yourself? Just like your daddy had to put himself inside an earthly being to fertilize you. The same thing. You have everything you need inside of you. That's the magic of it all. In the mind. So of course, going to school, learning this, learning that's all good. Teach you about time management. Teach you a little bit about self-control. Because it's good. Having self-control is good. Having some restriction and some restraint is good. Because you can mess some things up. And that will bring you back why we're down here again. Because clearly, the gods must have fucked up some shit and didn't have no self-control, no restraint, no discipline. Very explosive, very chaotic. Because if you're too explosive, too chaotic, too rambunctious, you may mess the wrong thing up. Too wild, too free. I mean, being wild and free is nice. But having some structure and order is also nice. And having that balance in between is perfect. But clearly, someone has seen your work and deemed it so that you need to be restrained, confined. That's why our cells are called cells. And we have a rib cage to bind us, bind the godly energy to a degree, to teach itself, to get in the habit of some restraint, some discipline. Some limitations, even though we are limitless. But to limit a God is indeed a misfortune. But yet, do gods need to learn anything at all? What does a God need to learn? For he is all powerful, for she is all powerful. What do gods need to learn? They need to learn to control their powers. They need to learn to harness them. Just like anybody needs to learn. Babies need to learn how to walk, manners, things like this. Not to hurt other people. Because if a God is powerful, a God can hurt another God, can he not? Can she not? So, here to learn restraint, discipline, and order. We said there's not life on other planets for miles. Not just miles, years. Light years. I don't know what happened. Did you destroy the other people, the other gods? Because of your anger, your powerfulness. All powerfulness, destroy the whole goddamn multiverse. Why don't you while you're at it? So you sit down, bound down to a fleshy cage to bind your light, bind your powers. But not for too long, humans are not immortal. They're immortal beings. I'm sure they can be immortal if they really want to, but who wants to do that? You know. Always thinking about, why are we here? Or how much money can we make? And become very rich. I guess, right? Because once you have all the money in the world, you've done everything. Oh. What is anything? You know, what is anything at all? Once you put all the toys, or get your favorite food, but all the nice toys you want in the world, what is left within yourself? Learning your magic once again, learning your powers once again. Going to the next state of humanity, of godhood. Because once you've done it all, you have all the materialism and whatever that is, obviously, you know, it's subjective to individuals of their desires. Now the next step is magic, of course. Doing different things with magic yourself. Traveling places you never traveled. But most of all, going inside. You had a lot to play on the outside. You fulfilled your carnal desires. Now you're going on the inside to learn who you really are. Who you are before you became who you are. before you got put into the cells? Who are you? What aspect of the universe are you? What's your true energy? Are you night? Are you day? Are you air? Are you water? Are you hate? Are you love? Are you insanity? Who are you? At the end of it all, who are you? When you die, when you're released from your cage, what will people say about you? A lot? A little? Will they laugh? Will they cry? Will they be happy? Will you be missed? Will you be forgotten? You know? I think they're trying to keep so many people so busy. Not they, but I just think the socialism of our humanity keeps us so busy and focused on not so much the mundane aspects of the world, but keeps us so busy in survival mode. When the end game is not surviving at all, it's just completion of existence. That saying your goodbyes, you graduated, when you graduate, say your goodbyes, and then you're like, what do I do now? After graduation, what now? After I learned my lessons, and you just keep learning. But why do we have to learn in these bodies? What are these bodies really? Because these bodies have been honestly around for millions of years. And what are we learning from these bodies? What are animals learning from their bodies? Why are animals even in existence? What did they do wrong? What do animals do wrong? Forget about what the gods did wrong and why they put into these bodies. But what did the animals do wrong? Are the animals just here for our consumption and our manpower, animal power to do things and lift things? What did the animals do to be brought down into cells as well, into this existence? I mean, we can say, hey, yeah, humans or gods, they got put down here to, learn their lessons and self-control, and learn how to use their powers accordingly, and even sometimes even recognize that there are even gods, that they have to recognize that you are God, right? And every day I want to start this off and say that, yeah, we are gods. Every last one of us, we are gods. We have the God power. And through that, we are gods. What kind of energy can we bring forth to the universe as a whole? Okay, we're here to recognize we're gods. But what did the animals, back to that, let's go focus on the animals. Why are the animals here? What did they do wrong? Are the animals just other gods that got put into animal bodies on a subhuman level because they were really bad? What? Why are the animals here? Why are there so many different animals in the first place? Why? What's really going on around here? What did they do wrong? Some have short lives, some have long lives. Some live underground, some live in trees. What is this about? Okay, hello, what did they do wrong? Who? So anyway, maybe they're just tech. And I was thinking about, animals could be tech, just to spy on people, you know what I'm saying? Just little techies, biotech, you know what I'm saying? Some stuff like that. But who knows? There's so many different animals, so many different creatures, so many different insects. Why are the insects here? Why? So when you come down to it, you're like, okay, so we can kind of understand why we're here. If we're gods, we're being trained, or we're being punished, or we being learned to learn something. But the insects, the spiders, I'm like, what's going on? Like, okay, I understand us, because humans got a lot of problems. You know this. We know this. We got problems. We got all kind of problems and isms going on. We need a lot of help. If we get let loose, let loose to the world, to the universe, to wherever we're going, wherever we came from. I understand restricting us, but I don't understand what's restricting them creatures, deadly creatures, funny creatures, scary creatures, cute creatures. What's that about? What did they do wrong? What did they do so wrong to be put into sales? You know what I'm saying? Or you can look at it like this. This could be an aspect of, different things from a gas state to a solid state. Who knows? Who knows? Could it mean something elemental? I don't even know, but I know there's a lot of things on this planet. That's kind of like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why are they here? Who invited them? Like type of situation. Like, who invited these guys? Who invited these guys to the party? Like, who invited these bugs? Like, why? Lice. Like, why does lice exist? There's no reason for lice to exist. Like, why would the universe waste time on such a creation? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. Now I know why flies exist, because they eat poop. They eat the waste. But other things, like, why are these other critters here? What do we need them for? What do we need them for? You know what I'm saying? If you did have magical powers, you probably do want to know how to control that shit before you blow some shit up and kill somebody. Just saying. You do want to learn how to drive before you start driving. Because you will fuck some shit up. Innocent people, innocent little children, innocent animals, property damage. We don't need that. So you need to learn before you go up out of there. Or sometimes you need to go back to school because you didn't forget. So, yeah. And the whales, what did the whales do? The whale gods. It's like, this is a lot of creatures in one planet. This is a lot of shit going on. I'm just saying. Nobody else sees like this shit that's been going on. Like all these different things. Why they here? Why? Whoever designed these bodies, why did you design them the way you did? Does that make any sense? That don't make no sense. Whoever designed these bodies was with the shit. They got a fucking comedy brain. Why the fuck would you do that? This makes no sense. Who is the designer of the bodies? Who designed it? I want to talk to the design team because we need to make some upgrades. and getting fat or being too skinny. What the fuck is that about? That ain't right. Makes no sense. And why the fuck is animals so fucking strong than humans? Gorilla? What the fuck we need this gorilla for? Tigers? What the fuck we need tigers? And lions and snakes? Why? I don't see why we need them. Unless some child, God-like child, decided to draw something on this paper and it came to fucking life. That's the only explanation. It came to life. Everything this person drew came to life. And never left Earth. Okay, that's a good explanation. That's the only explanation I could think of. That a child like God, a God that was a child mind, drew all of these creatures because they bored as fuck. And if you was a God, I guess you would be bored as fuck. What you got to do? You can do everything you want to do and everything you can do. You know, you're limitless. So I guess you want to know what it feels like to be limited because you're limitless. All right, perfect. Just what we need to feel limited. Because gods don't feel limited, that they want to feel something they never felt before. And they've been bored up there in fucking wherever, drawing shit on the planet to be put on the planet or put into other planets or put into the universe. Just because they're gods, they can do whatever they want and create whatever they want. So they up there creating all kind of shit. And joking on us, creating these funny bodies with these problems. And why am I getting a period every month? This don't make no sense. How was that? Why am I bleeding every month? Does that make sense? That makes no sense. That's what we need to talk about. The blood, am I bleeding every month? I don't want to do that. Why do I gotta wait the menopause? And if that, some people can just be brought on their periods back. Why? That don't make no sense. To bleed, all these women are bleeding every month? That's crazy. Like, who did that? Like, who designed this? Who said this was okay? Like, I don't approve. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoever is the head boss around here, I do not approve of bleeding every month. So I don't know what that's about. So is the earth like taking blood? The earth likes the blood because, you know, when women bleed, we bleed off into the water and you have to clean off in the water. So this blood is going back into the water somehow. You know what I'm saying? Somehow the blood of all the women, or the females that bleed, not just humans, is going in the water, back into the water, back into the earth, back into the ethers. It's like we being taxed. Women are being taxed. Blood tax. Why are we getting blood taxed? Blood is iron, copper, electrolytes, all these different things. Men get to keep their blood if they don't kill each other. Given. But why can't we just keep our blood? And why are we on a cycle of reproduction? Like, why are we reproducing? We really don't need to reproduce. What is that about? And childbirth is painful. That's another thing I want to talk about. Why is it so painful? It shouldn't be that painful. It should not be that painful. I'm surprised I'm still sane, because after having 3 children naturally, the pain was very great. I'm surprised my brain is still intact. I'm surprised about a lot of things. How the baby even came out of me, I don't even know. But it came out. It was very painful. But that right there, like, who designed that? That's what I was going to talk about. It's like, that is not right. It's not fair. It's not right. And I don't approve. So, whatever big bright idea was that, it's not a good one. It's not a good one. So that's how I know we've been here since the universe was in existence. Because ain't no way you're going to develop that kind of stuff on that kind of level and be like, deal with it. It's always a rebirthing process or something. Why is everything a circle? Why is Earth a circle? Why is the sun a circle? Why can't it be another shape? What's that about circles and holes and portals and circles? Why is everything a circle? Why can't it be another shape? What is that about? And why there's no gravity in space but there's gravity on Earth? That don't make no sense either. I want to be floating around. So that means we bound magnetically, energetically to this planet. And the universe made this planet so there's a lot of strange things going on, I must admit. Very strange. Very interesting. So I've been living for a while now. My existence is very interesting. Other people's existence is very interesting. And the fact that we're supposed to be dying soon is crazy. That make no sense. So I would suggest say chill out. Chillax. What's to worry about? You really ain't got shit to worry about. You know, at the end of the day. If you're gonna die anyway, you really ain't got shit to worry about. Whether you good or bad, don't even matter now. You know? Just chill. Have a good day. Relax. Relax, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no sense of being up in arms about nothing, I guess. Just take a chill pill. Sit on down somewhere. Slow down. Hey. Guess you can put your best foot forward or not. Don't make a difference either way, I guess. It depends on you, what you want to do. But at the end of the day, just know that you're a God and you are technically limitless, not limited. Technically. You see how that word can mean, depending on what you put on it, can be one extreme or another. It could be all and everything or nothing at all. I'm telling you. There's some tricks and tricks everywhere you turn. And we gotta go to sleep too. Why we gotta go to sleep? We got a lot of shit to do. Why are we sleeping? We shouldn't have to sleep. But apparently if we do not get sleep, we can die. And that says a lot about sleep and living and wakeness. So when we sleeping, are we going to our original self when we sleep to re-energize ourselves? Are we re-energizing ourselves just so we can sleep? Without sleep, we won't be able to function. You know, like we can go without food, but we cannot go without sleep. We got to sleep. That's just a lot. We'll be going when we'll be sleeping. Honestly, what we doing? Doing some strange stuff, that's for sure. That's for sure. Going places, seeing faces. Why? What's up with that? So what came first? Dreaming? Materialize? The material world or dream world? Are you one and the same? But anyway, at the end of the day, take a chill pill. Don't trip. Because if you're a God anyway, hey, it don't really matter. Shit. Nothing really matters. Just chill out. Think about all this shit on the planet. Think about you gotta go to sleep. Think about that. That's important. Sleep is important. Sleep and chill. And dream of what you want to dream. Control your mind. Control your thoughts. Control your feelings.